Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm, of course, your Mega Academy president for the evening. We have a super fun award show planned for you all today. It's, of course, the third annual Megys, the original physical media award show. This is where we celebrate the best in physical media. We have 11 different categories to go over tonight, a couple new categories added to the list for this year, which I'm super excited for. And we have an amazing panel. The rest of the academy we're going to introduce here in a little bit. Just a reminder before we get into the introductions. If you love physical media just like me and the rest of the academy here, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. Leave in the comments, in celebration of 2023, and unlock some thank you videos and giveaways through super chats. And if you want to spread some more holiday cheer this year, go ahead and think about gifting memberships to the community. But now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and bring out this amazing academy we have gathered for you tonight. So let's bring in, of course, somebody I know that is always ready, just dressed super fancy and prepared for the biggest award show of the year. We got Tim. How we doing, Tim?
I'm super fancy. Oh, wow.
All right, Tim.
Exorcist, though. It's a movie.
Hey, it is movie related, so you did follow the attire dress code. That totally counts. I love to see that. But Tim, what would you like to say to the public out there? What categories are you representing? And also, how do you think physical media went this year?
So I have Kino Lorber and Blu-ray, and I'm excited for both of them. As for how the year went, it was a pretty solid year. Some great releases. I kind of like 2022 a little bit more because I'm a Steelbook guy, and I kind of like the Steelbook selection in 2022 a little bit more. But it was a darn good year. Nothing to complain about, really.
Oh, I feel the same way. This year had a lot of excellent titles. I mean, you just think of some of the categories you're representing. Kino Lorber had a lot of great titles. I mean, they come out with like a new movie every single week. They blow my mind every year. So
Kino kills it. I love Kino.
All right, and then let's go ahead and bring out somebody who is new to the channel, actually, and of course new to the academy. Let's go ahead and bring out Nathan Jones. How we doing out there, Nathan?
Good. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Yeah. Well, cheers to everyone for this. I appreciate the invite, Mega Mike and Tim. Good to see you again. I wish I was in person,
Yeah.
So I tonight I'm going to be representing Vinegar Syndrome and Criterion, and I'd say overall this year has been pretty good. I think maybe my one negative thing about everything is I feel like there was way too much like a fire hydrant of releases. And so I don't think it was able to keep up with, like all the things that we're needing. I mean, I love it, but at the same time, it's like, we got to save up some money for all this stuff.
It's impossible to keep up.
I know, man. Especially with all the sales they had too, and they would stack sales together, and you would have to pick and choose because there's no way you could do them all. It was a wild year for just all these titles coming out. I mean, and Criterion killed it too. Criterion had a great release year, so I'm excited for your nominees on that one. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out. You guys know him. You'll love him. Tony, how we doing out there?
Tony, how's it going?
Good. So, Tony, what categories are you representing this year, and what do you think of physical media this year?
So I'm representing the slipcovers and the Arrow releases, and I think it was a crazy year for physical media. It was nonstop. Hopefully 2024 will slow it down just a bit. I hope we get some really good stuff, but not as much as we have the past 2 years.
I know your basement is almost filled, right? You just got so many titles. I remember seeing you on the round tables, and you just have like these file stack cabinets of how you organize. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so much.
It is a lot. I can't handle much more.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out. Let's see who's next on the list. You guys know this person too. You'll love him, of course, as well. Let's see. Derek, how we doing out there?
They know me, that's for sure.
Of course, I mean, the Academy season is here. You are our Academy go-to.
It's award season. I legally have to be here for an awards-related program.
Contract reasons, I needed Derek on this stream.
Yep. Luckily, I bought just enough movies this year to qualify. So I'm doing the box set category because apparently that's all I bought this year. Everything else I bought was on sale from last year. So it worked out in my favor that I got to pick the nominees that I wanted to pick. So that is cool. And yeah, physical media is too much too fast, like y'all were saying. If they could just release like one thing I really want every week, that'd be great. And then I could wait till Black Friday and get the rest. That's kind of how I roll. Otherwise, I just kind of like survive off of sales towards the end of the year. But yeah, hopefully next year. I mean, I'm excited. We're getting into that later, but I'm excited for the Walmart takeover of the whole Best Buy situation that seems to be happening.
Hey,
sure we'll
and
talk
a
about that later.
shameless plug right there. I dropped a video on that today. So after the
nice.
award show, if you missed that, go ahead and check it out, of course. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like you, Derek. I wait for sales a lot of the times. I'm playing the catch-up game. So when I was thinking about the categories, I'm like, wait, what can I represent? I'm like, do I have any of these nominations? And I'm like, wait, no, those came out a year ago.
Yeah.
Man, what did I get that came out this year? And that was the struggle for me as well. So
90% of what I bought came out like November of last year. I was like,
yep.
crap.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out another new person to the channel and the Academy, of course. And you know he knows his still books. You could say he's a little obsessed with them. Jake, how we doing out there?
That's my name. How's it going?
Good, good. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah.
I guess
of course,
we
I'm going to
already
be.
know what category you're showing,
Yes.
right?
I'll be doing steel books, even though I could be doing slip covers because there's been some great slipcover steelbook releases this year. There are over 200 steelbook releases this year. So I had my pick of the litter. I think that's a little crazy, just kind of snowballing onto this effect. So many releases. And I feel like with all of like the online activity going away from retail, Walmart's picking up some of that slack, but a lot of it's going to Amazon too. It's just going to be hectic out there. It's going to be a wild west. Everybody's going to be fighting for your dollar. I think the next couple of years are going to be crazy.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I got you on this show so you could cover the steelbooks because I would have had the same struggle there. I'm like, there are so many good steelbook releases. You could have separate categories just for steelbooks. You could have had a Lionsgate category. You could have had, other studio categories just for steelbooks. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to stress about that. Let's give that to Jake.
Yeah, I did my top 10 steelbook releases of the year. My 10 and 9 are back there. And I have over, just from this year alone, like over 100. I want to say like 104 titles, steelbook titles. It's just insane. When the same movie, a new movie that got released, has two different steelbooks, one Blu-ray, one 4K. It's just like, what are we even doing here?
I'm not crazy on that. On that.
They better stop.
Stop because Best Buy is going away. I don't know where that
I
other
know
one
what
would
they're
go
doing.
unless it goes to Amazon, but we'll see.
Right.
All
Go
right.
somewhere.
Well, let's go ahead and round out this Academy here. You would not have a complete Hollywood show without, of course, your favorite Hollywood Huck.
Okay, no, thank you. Okay, here you go. All right, buddy. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. All right, take care. Look, I gotta go. All right, hey guys, how's it going? Some autographs around here. Hounds everywhere. Whew, we made it.
All right, Huck, what are you representing tonight, and how do you think physical media went this year?
I am representing the grand category of 4K releases. Very excited. Something at least I definitely bought a lot of, so it was easy to do. And I thought it was a really good year, actually. For me, for the titles I liked and the type of stuff I buy, it kind of just kept coming in. It was a little dangerous, but I do a little of the Derek move, and boy howdy, when Black Friday came, dude, it was like double down and like 30 something titles or whatever. I think I didn't add it up, but it was a lot, y'all. It was like good thing I didn't do an audit show because that wouldn't have been a good one. But yeah, so I think it was pretty good. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what 2024 brings, and I'm loving these little sets that are coming out. Like I love the Universal Essentials, y'all. It's kind of like one of my new faves. I love the nice sturdy boxes, and it's at a nice 35 under price point, unlike some of those other titles that charge more for less. So I'm excited. The only problem is a lot of those, of course, we already bought on 4K. It would have been nice to sort of like know those were coming. So hopefully the next set is a bunch that maybe aren't on 4K yet. I would like that. So here you go.
All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the comments real quick before we start getting into the nominations and awards here. Looks like we have these comments popping off. There's like 90 people in there, so we'll just run through this really quick here. So, of course, we got Adrian James, first place again. Happy holidays as well.
Adrian.
Let's see. We got my mom in the chat saying hello to everybody.
Oh.
Hope we're enjoying the holidays.
My
We
mom's
got
great.
Sarah out there.
Hey,
We
Sarah.
got Collector Movie Man saying hello to everybody. Let's see. We got Tiana Loves Movies saying hello.
Tiana.
hello.
Jana.
Got Wilkie's Movies and Music
Right.
saying hello. Let's see. We got a whole bunch of people in here. Craig is saying hello to everybody. That is awesome. And we got My Killer Podcast in here. Yo, what's up, collectors? Can't wait to
Hey,
see you.
Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Well, hopefully you voted, Mel. That's the most important thing. If people voted out there. All right, let's see. We got Holland Oates, of course, in here.
Hey, Holland.
And let's
It's officially a
see.
stream now.
Okay, and pause there as well. Hi, doesn't everyone look so fancy today? Of course, it's a very prestigious
That's right.
show. So,
All right.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into our categories here. So first up, we got Tim going to be talking about the best Blu-ray of 2023. So he's going to mention some honorable mentions if he has any, get into the nominations, and then announce the winner. So you ready, Tim?
Yeah. So I did not bring honorables. There's too many honorables to even. Good gosh. All right. So for my nominations, I had to throw a studio title in there. So I threw in A Good Person with a little dangly piece of plastic. But A Good Person, I thought was a fantastic movie. I loved it. You never know with these smaller movies if they might go just DVD. So it was good transfer, great movie. So that was my first nomination. But then I head into Boutique with Second Sight's May. This is a really good movie. I remember watching this from Blockbuster when it came out. Loved this one. Came to Blu-ray. And yeah, great release, as Second Sight always is. Then we have Stephen King Collection, which I mistakenly, when I told Mike it was Imprint. It's Via Vision, but Via Vision owns Imprint, and it's exactly the same as an Imprint release would be. Great release. We get 2 movies for the first time on Blu-ray. Overall, fantastic presentation. I love this one. And I am a big TV show guy, so I threw in Psych, first time on Blu-ray. Every single season gets its own disc or own case, along with the 3 movies. And the one movie is first time disc in general. It was a streaming movie. This is a banger of a release. So TV kind of flies under the radar, but I had to give it some love. And people might already guess what the winner happens to be, but I love all 4 of those nominations. But the winner is the Stephen King Collection, because it's Stephen King, and this is a badass set. So worthy winner for sure.
Awesome.
I voted for that. Hey.
That's one I voted for as well.
Bravo!
For
I
Alexander, by the
voted for
way,
the Psych set.
I voted
for
for
Alexander, Region B, this is region free, as is
Oh, nice.
this. So even though they're both region
really?
B, they are both region free.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good to know.
that's a good thing to. So go ahead, buy them away.
Yeah, I only saw A Good Person out of that one, so that's what I had to vote for. But I was happy to see A Good Person on there. I'm like, I recommended that watch to you.
It was a great movie.
Yeah, see, we had to show Blu-ray some love this year, people, because we didn't have this category last year. And not everything comes out to 4K. Some things are just Blu-rays. So we had to represent that category.
Oh,
So thank you,
and-
Tim, for doing that.
And they win in Elvira too. This
Well,
is
we got to zoom in on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to win one of those.
so
Is that
Via
from
Vision,
board
you're gonna have to come pick up your Elvira from me.
Hey, you never know. Maybe they'll show up. All right, awesome.
Yeah. They can come pick up that Saw set, can't they, Tim?
Yes, take that also.
Can't get there quick
Give me the
enough.
refund on that one.
I've heard that sauce.
All together. It's all good.
All right. So we're on to our next category here. We're going to have our Best in Vinegar Syndrome. This is also a new category this year. How to show them some love. So, Nathan, you ready for this?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say shout out to Master Chaos, a good friend of ours. Couldn't make it tonight, so I'm standing in his place. But a couple honorable mentions real quick. Vinegar Syndrome, I feel like it's just constantly been, pushing, boundaries, honestly. And I think they have some of the best releases physically, like in terms of like packaging and extra features that they're out there. But a couple of special features, or at least honorable mentions I want to mention. The first one is something that just got released, this Lost Picture Show. This is really exciting. There's a bunch of different variety types of films in here. Check it out if you haven't heard about it. And then another one that I really love that is getting a lot of critically reacclaimed stuff is Showgirls, which wasn't not mentioned in the top 4. But this is a contender for the year because this 4K looks great. So anyone else pick this one up?
Yeah, it's a great release.
Yeah. All right. So we have the nominees. The first one I don't have physically with me, but the first one is Biozombies. Second is I don't have it on me, so I can't really talk about it. Second one is a Blade in the Dark right here, which actually has one of the coolest designs out of all of the releases. It's got a book in there as well, but a really good Giallo film. It's really fun. It's very sleazy. The storyline is really messed up, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun. So if you like Giallo, definitely pick that one up. And then the other one is another one that I don't have is Mark of the Devil. Another one. I don't know anything about it. And then the last one is Cronenberg's Existence. So this just came out. So literally, I think some of us just literally just got this in the last couple weeks. So, but I watched it. I really loved it. It reminds me of Videodrome in a way, but very 90s. So if you are a fan of David Cronenberg, don't miss out on this one because it's a great 4K. It looks good. And the winner of all those is Existence. Great movie.
David Cronenberg won an award finally.
As he should have.
Is the award your glass of Mojo there?
The award is you get to smoke this tobacco with me if you want to. Yeah,
Victory toke.
Victory toke. All right.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those titles, so I'm glad you were able to take that one over, Nathan, because I would have been so lost with those nominees. I haven't gone on Vinegar Syndrome site in a long time, so
I started collecting them this year with their 10 for 10 sale that they had back in January, and just looking at my shelf, I think I have 30 titles. I didn't have any of the new ones. I was getting cheap stuff. Just building the collection.
The 10 for 10 sale was amazing. They need to do that again.
We'll see what they do this January. It's not going to be 10 for 10, I don't think. But they're doing something
11 for 11. That'd be fine.
Yeah, please.
11 for 11. It's too rich for my blood.
I mean, the titles look really nice. I will give them that. The artwork is amazing, and the package design you were showing off, Nathan, those were really cool looking titles. But how are the movies, people out there that have seen them? Should I be diving a little bit into Vinegar Syndrome this next year, or
you can dip your toes in them? That's the thing is I don't also, just like you, Jake. I probably only have 30 or 40 Vinegar Syndrome titles.
That's good though.
Yeah, that's
what I have.
A decent number. But it's been over the last 5 years probably. Sure. But at the end of the day, though, there are some really fantastic Vinegar Syndrome titles, even if you don't really know much about them. It's all about recommendations, to be honest. Otherwise, it's schlock or sleaze, one of the two.
There's such an interesting label because 9 out of 10 titles I don't care, but then they'll release freaking Roadhouse. They're all over the map, but when they knock it out of the park, they really knock it out of the park.
They do, yeah. And everything always looks great and sounds great that they release, no matter how bad it is. Invisible Maniac was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but I loved watching it because it looks so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well,
all the MTV horror titles too are available, so that's great.
Mm-hmm. They got cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get the winner. Existence is good. So,
it was giving me 7 vibes over there. So on the level of 7, then.
Seven's a bit better, of course, but yeah, it's the same vibe though. They're very dark and very 90s aesthetic, brown and yellow and burnt, almost looking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it feels very much that aesthetic.
All right, so now getting into Best Scream Factory, and I'm going to go ahead and represent this category for you all. So Scream Factory, let's go ahead and take a look at my honorables first, just a couple of them. So for Scream Factory, I had to shout out Dawn of the Dead. I quite enjoy this movie.
Nice.
Yeah, of course, you got Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. It's awesome. Yeah. All right,
This is a good
next
movie.
we had to also shout out Dead Silence. This is a great one. James Wan, a masterpiece here, in my opinion. Very good. And then now to get into the nominees, right? This is very on lockdown here, so we got to check these out. So first up, we got to have Pumpkinhead Steelbook. I mean, look at that awesome design.
thing's good, yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, they have the standard 4K slipcover. They had the Steelbook, so very, very nice. And then let's see, our next one here, we got to have People Under the Stairs. So this is my first time watching this movie, so happy to get it. It's a Wes Craven title. Very cool design. All right, and then the next one up, we got to have The Burning, which they did, they always kind of re-release things onto 4K, but the Blu-ray for this one came out some time ago, so it's kind of nice to see this one get upgraded to 4K. It's basically like Friday the 13th, but for the interview on there with the makeup artist, it was worth it for that alone. All right, and then the final nominee here is going to be the Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2. I had to nominate this one because you got two movies on 4K for the price of one. To me, that's great value. So even though it didn't have a slipcover, this isn't the slipcover category, I still had to nominate it for Scream Factory. But now we shall get into the winner, of course. So the winner of the Scream Factory Ghostface Award, right? We're going to have to give that one to our steelbook here of Pumpkinhead. So Pumpkinhead steelbook, no surprise this one. It was kind of, everything got votes, but the design here, I think, just took it away. So yeah, happy to see Pumpkinhead get some love there. Did you guys pick this one up?
Great job.
Yeah, I got that.
Grab that, but it probably is my favorite movie out of the bunch. That's for sure.
It hits too close to home for me. Feels very, very much where I live.
Oh my!
Wow,
A little scary.
Oh boy!
Yeah,
all the nominees. All the nominees we had this year for Scream Factory pretty much encapsulates what they were this year. It's just like we're gonna put out the same stuff we did, but on 4K. People get excited.
Yeah. That's why I only bought two of them. You didn't even have Bubba Hotep though, which is a shame. That's clearly the best release thing.
I have Bubba Hotep, but there's like no way I was nominating that. Oh my god, I can't stand that movie.
You can watch it again. Watch the movie that it is, not the movie that you expected.
Oh man,
you use such restraint, Mike, by not nominating it. Well done.
Watch it until you love the parts you hate. Okay.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. It just was what it was.
Bubba Hotep needs to come with a disclaimer that says this is not Ash Williams, this is not Evil Dead. Because that was some of people's first Bruce Campbell that's not Evil Dead, and it's so not Evil Dead.
Not whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's so not
again.
I know, we're in the
It was something. Yeah.
Award-winning film. So,
But yeah, very happy with Pumpkinhead winning because I liked how they did some of those cool steelbook editions. Like the Blob had their steelbook, but I thought the Pumpkinhead steelbook was even better. Like the layers you see on this with how they did the design is just so outrageous. Like so many colors in there and details. Like it was awesome. So I want to see more of that. I want to see more steelbooks from them in the future.
Always, yes.
Jake's like, yes, give me those steelbooks.
Of course he would say that.
I have so many of their standard Blu-rays that like the steelbooks is the only way they can get me to buy a 4K nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll just dive into the comments real quick and then get back to the category since I think we got some new people joining in here. We have Spicy 4K Action. Let's see, we got Alex here. He's a Mega Movie member here, so I got to mention him. He's saying, whoa, Second Sight released May. That movie is amazing. Gonna have to snatch that up myself, right? Meow. I haven't seen the movie, so but apparently it's good. It got nominated for a Meggy, so you know it's quality.
That's pretty wild.
Though it's region B, but it's not locked though, right?
All region, like Tim said,
It
right?
works.
There you
Yeah.
go.
A lot of the second site stuff they say is region B just to kind of cover their own behind.
Yeah,
I
cover
guess.
their butt, but I've never
Yeah.
run across a single second site that doesn't play.
Yeah.
Also,
Wish I would have done that like 2 years
Region
ago.
B. Just
Could have bought a lot more of their stuff.
I like to say second
Good
check
dog.
shipping is $31 for May, but $20 for the shipping makes it 51. Yikes. All right, let's see.
I'll get you.
Oh yeah, but Tim is saying you got to check Orbit DVD for May. That's where
Orbit,
I bought it.
I
Cheap-
believe.
Yeah, you can
All
find them in a handful of places.
Helps out a lot.
All right, well there we go. I think we're caught up on all of that. Now we're into our next categories here. Let's see. We got. I think we're at best arrow. So best arrow. We are going over to Tony.
Okay, our nominations for Best Arrow. We have Hugo.
Can I
4K.
clap? I'm gonna clap.
I'm clapping too.
Automatically gets a clap.
We also have the Bruce Lee
Pristine edition set.
Both editions. Both
box
editions.
sets.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
No dents.
Oh no, plenty of dent. Plenty of
I
dent.
only
I
took
remember.
16
I
tries,
remember.
but no doubt.
Showing off
Yeah,
them
but-
guns there, Tony.
Psycho collection.
Nice.
Nice.
And we
Look at
also
them fresh, minty fresh.
the Hellraiser collections.
Not
Oh,
even
sweet.
open any of those.
Nope. But the winner of all of these is this little bitty gem called Hugo.
Nice.
One.
Congratulations for
Wow, that's
Hugo.
glorious.
Wow.
Awesome. That's great.
Over all of those.
And it
I'm
wins.
not-
It wins.
Yes, opinion.
It wins the video.
So, I'm not even exaggerating. This will be a spoiler for I'm going to have a top 10 4K of the year, but like that is my favorite 4K of the year, like hands down. That Hugo 4K is jaw dropping. It is
It is.
so freaking good. Oh my god.
I already love the movie, but that release was ridiculously gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is the Enter the Video store in a different category?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
Okay, that's why
I
I'm
mean,
like, that's my
maybe.
Arrow release of the year. That's mine.
I think it's in
I
a
love
box
that
set. I think it's box set
Yeah.
of the year, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll see.
Hey, you can only get 4 nominations though, so you got to work with
I
what you
tried
have
to get,
that day.
I tried to get 8 nominations in, didn't I, Mike?
You did. You're like, hey, we could have a UK
4
one, we
US,
could have a
4
US
UK.
one.
I'm,
You
I'm
do
Hey,
all
maybe
about
Arrow
it.
next
box set
year.
and the Arrow single movie one.
Yeah, maybe
The
next
Oscars
year,
have-
maybe Arrow will get 2 categories.
The
It's
Oscars
what-
have 10 nominations, up to 10 if it deserves it.
You should have
Well,
some.
if YouTube allowed me to put more on the community post,
Oh,
then-
sure.
yeah.
Right.
I
Just
think
think about
they
that, with what Tony pulled, Arrow is in like almost another league though. Like that was
Yeah.
all there was
Yeah.
no filler at all in
No.
that. That was just banger release after banger release.
Amazing
Like,
work. Agreed.
yeah, they
Arrow
killed
did
it.
good this year. Wish I had
Oh.
more of them.
I know they're so nice, but sometimes so expensive. So you got to wait for a sale on them.
At least you're getting quality for your money with them though.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I do like how they're doing like the cheaper editions of stuff too. Like they had the Empire Screams box set, but then they did the cheaper one later. They're doing that with the Hellraiser set. I'm like, I wait for the cheaper one. I'm gonna do that.
They're
for all
doing
of
that
us.
with the Psycho
Yeah.
set also.
Yep.
Are
Oh,
they?
There you go.
Oh, yeah. No,
Well, the
that's
second
right.
one
Yeah,
is
that all
just the
day.
sequels, isn't it?
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, and 4.
Hey,
There
that
you
was for me. I already got the first one on 4K in the Alfred
Exactly.
Hitchcock collection. So I'll
That
take the other
Psycho
one.
box set is so nice, man. When those first editions come out, I feel so obligated to snag the ones
Oh,
that
yeah.
I need because I know they
Yeah,
sell out so
Arrow's-
fast.
When they have something I want, I need to get it.
All right, now we're on to best criterion here. So back up to Nathan.
Okay. Well, I actually have quite a bit of honorable mentions real quick. I love Criterion. It's how I started this entire endeavor on YouTube, actually, was covering their stuff. But anyway, I have actually a stagger here. I'm just going to do 3 honorable mentions. Technically, there's 8, but 6 of them are all together. First, I want to talk about one of my favorite documentaries of the year,
Nice.
Moonage Daydream. I'm a big David Bowie fan. I also just think this is one of the most creative documentaries out there. So it's a visual treat, and it's also just one of the best looking 4Ks that they put out. It's like holographic, shiny. Next is actually these 6 movies right here. I don't know if anyone knows about the contemporary Janus Contemporary line, but I am a huge fan of this. This is this is a different label for Criterion, and so they put these 6 films out from 2022. These are all like Cannes winners, a lot of international pictures. So they're really just spotlighting kind of modern films that are coming out that are like nominated for things and have a hard time of getting them here in the States. So this is really cool. And during the sales, these are like $14.99. So they're very cheap and also very worth it. Highly recommend these.
Is that Godland the same one that has potential to get nominated for the Oscars this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's awesome.
It's good. It's gorgeous. I've
It's
seen all these
great.
movies. So EO is my favorite probably of these. It's a great donkey movie. But anyway, and
It's a
then
great donkey movie.
a great donkey
Donkey movies of 2022.
That donkey gets around, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gets around. He's a jackass of sorts. So. Well, the biggest box set that Criterion put out this year was the Pasolini 101 set. I've only seen a few Pasolini movies, Solo being one of them, unfortunately. But has anyone seen any Pasolini films? This is a really great set. I'm really excited to watch the Gospel According to Matthew. I'm really excited for that one in this set. But with that being said, there are nominations here that we have here. And the first one being this trilogy right here. This is iconic right here. Todd Browning's Freaks, along with The Unknown and The Mystic. Some classics that never saw the light of day on Blu-ray.
Nice.
Freaks was a DVD for a long time. So this is finally out. It just took forever. And it came with 2 awesome films. The Mystic especially is really, really good. And yeah, this is 3 for 1 price. It's pretty good. Next I have is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which is a really recent release that just came out this month, I believe.
It did.
Came out on Netflix last year, I believe. And yeah, it was wonderful. I watched this when I was sick and just bedridden, and I loved every second of it. And I think it's one of the best Pinocchio versions, adaptations there is on 4K. It's also a gorgeous one because you can do this. If anyone's seen this, well, you can.
Oh my gosh,
Very nice.
Yeah. So when you open it up, it pops out like that. So
That's awesome.
it's a pretty cool looking
I need
thing.
to get that one.
Yeah. So 4K on
Don't
that.
turn that nose off.
Yeah, and it's like a digibook
Tony will
and a
spank you if you do
flip-phone.
that.
Nice.
And then the other ones are Scorsese's After Hours, another film that just was not present on Blu-ray for the longest time. This one has been talked about a million times. Everyone keeps bringing up Scorsese's After Hours needs to come out on Blu-ray in some sort. And this is a gorgeous edition. This is a great 4K. I love the green and pink colors of it too. It's just a really fun movie. And it feels like a Jonathan Demme movie. If anyone's seen any like the late 80s Jonathan Demme movies, it feels really sleazy and fun, like on One Night on the Town. And then the other one that I think is like the sleeper hit of the year, in my opinion, is Boris Karloff's Targets right here. This is an incredible film from the late 60s. It's pretty much 2 different films, there's 2 different directions and you don't really know where it's going. And it kind of comes together and in a really brilliant way. So yeah, really, really good. This great film right here. But the winner is our good friend and pal, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Pinocchio was great. Need to grab that one for sure.
Mhm.
And you win this little hereditary pen I got.
Oh, look at that. Let's
Oh,
look
no.
on that. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's wild.
Off-putting.
I love Hereditary.
Man, I want that Pinocchio release. I can't wait for the next sale time. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
I'm like, I can wait for the
good.
sale, but I need it.
February.
And that's like one of the most unique designs Criterion has ever done. I've never seen them done where it's like the nose pops. That's wild. That's awesome.
They had a couple years ago. They had the I'm literally blanking, the Baron Munchausen Journey to the Beginning of the Earth. Carol Zeman. That set is also very 3D. It's about all stop motion, so it's an incredible set.
They
too.
do some cool stuff kind of under the radar. Even their Flight of the Phoenix includes a paper airplane you put together. Like they do some cool stuff.
Yeah, you get your barf bag with your pink flamingos.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Oh
too.
god. Oh wow. All right, let's look at our next category here. We are now on a Best Kino Lorber of 2023.
Oh, that's me.
Yep, back up
Mhm.
again.
Okay, so Kino Lorber, this is my wheelhouse. I could have picked some honorables, but y'all would be here for another 20 minutes of just me listing. That's how much awesome stuff they did. So you're just getting the 4 nominations. So getting the nomination for Night of the Hunter. This movie is just I like kind of squealed in joy when this was getting a 4K announcement. So phenomenal movie. One of the best of the 50s. Can't possibly recommend this enough. Even if you didn't want this one, they'll get the Criterion. I just watch the movie is all I want from you. But this is a fantastic release. Nominating Ronin, which is a really, really good movie. This is a really good 4K, and I kind of feel like this kind of came and went as a 4K, but pick this up, people. It's a good movie. So this is on the cheaper side. Definitely recommend that. We have 12 Angry Men.
Nice.
It's 12 Angry Men. What more needs to be said? It's a great transfer. Again, pick it up Criterion or Kino, but the Kino one is fantastic. It looks gorgeous. It also comes with the remake from 1997, so that's another added benefit to it. And because I'm a TV guy, as much as I love all those, these all had Blu-rays. What really got me going why I nominated it is freaking Monk. I adore this show. This is one of my favorite shows of all time. So I was going to nominate Monk. This is first time in high definition on physical media. This means a lot to me to come out, and they're doing all seasons. So oh my God, I just want to hug this one. But the winner is 12 Angry Men. Justifiably, this is a fantastic movie, and Kino Lorber can come pick up a Nakatomi as their award. This is such a great release. Like I said, you can't go wrong if you also pick up the Criterion version. Either one is a 10 out of 10 release. So they're both great.
For sure.
Hey, Tim.
Yes.
Out of being ironic, Monk's the last person that you'd want to hug. He does not appreciate hugs.
He would love it, from what I gather.
But I love that this has a Blu-ray, though, guys. Oh my God, I love this so much.
I really wanted this one to win.
I mean, I would not. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. So this is fantastic. These are great choices. Kino killed it. Oh my God.
Yeah, they always have great stuff.
Yeah, I want to pick up that 12 Angry Men. I just finally saw it on Criterion. Loved it. The picture was so great. Like instantly, I was like, "Should I upgrade? Should I double tip on that one?"
Here's
you get the remake, so it's at least that bonus.
The remake coming in is a huge added bonus. I will say that a lot of the Criterion or the Kino releases of Criterion movies, they look better, but because the Criterion is already so good, it doesn't feel like this monumental jump with most of them.
Yeah.
It just feel like, hey, this is better, but this isn't, oh my God, better. The Criterion version is great for any of them.
And sometimes you lose special feeters too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bought the TV remake for 12 Angry Men during their sale for like $7, and it's great. So like price wise, it makes more sense for that for me since I already have the Criterion 12 Angry Men.
Plus, the Kino releases a lot of the extras, like Tim said, with the remake being included. Same way with They Call Me Mr. Tibbs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They like to put sequels in their things. I like that.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that too.
That's good.
And they don't tell you about them. It's like you just have to discover them. It's like the
they're on there on the back as a special feature.
Whenever I find an extra movie as a special feature, oh my God, that's the best treat ever.
You're like, wow. Hopefully we'll find out.
You know what's funny though? I got to throw my classics in with putting stuff like this, but I love with Kino, they touch so many movies though that wouldn't exist on Blu-ray if it wasn't for them. They're doing 20s, 30s, 40s stuff that is so under the radar that no one wants, and they're releasing it. God bless them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the quantity of titles they release is outstanding. It's like not much is coming out in January, but you still got a ton of Kino titles coming out.
Yeah,
I've
yeah, like
never heard of them, but they're coming out with them.
You know, I wonder how they do that because you have to pay for those transfers and it to be done well and done, right. And they do
Right.
that right. So some of those that are so niche, right? Like, how do they profit from some of those titles? That's crazy.
Well, I know they have a lot of partners, like Cohen Media that partners with them, and a few other labels kind of co-partner with them. But I think they have a couple trust funds that they deal with, like they work alongside. But I feel like the big ones, like the 4Ks, that's where they put all the money in. So, for sure.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
they make it
It,
up there.
it bums me out though when I follow their Facebook page and I'll see something really cool get announced for Blu-ray, and people be like, "What? No 4K?" And they respond to almost everybody, and they're like, "No, we don't feel this will sell well enough." I'm like, "Oh man, I want a 4K."
Yeah.
You're like, I want it.
I'll buy 30 copies.
Yeah. I'll sell them for you.
Alex saying, "Woohoo! Snatched it up for $43."
Say
Man.
Nice.
Hellraiser Quartet of Torment is my Arrow winner.
Yes.
That's a cool
That's a
set.
great
Yeah, I
release.
might grab that re-release because at least it's all 4 of them.
Adrian
Did you
is
get
saying
the
it's
other one,
only
Derek?
in his other room.
No,
Yeah, me
just
neither.
got my green screen up for right now.
I know it took me a second to realize that. I was like, "Did you move your desk?" And I was like, "No, no
Yeah.
way."
Yeah.
He's
Well, when I
doing
started
such cool
seeing through
tech.
the minion, I was like, aha, green screen.
Yeah, same.
Otherwise,
Wait,
it's so
you're
perfect
using
still in the
magic.
back.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he's doing. That
We
Tony.
got Movie Hunter in here. What's up, Movie Hunter?
Movie Hunter.
Hey.
Alex saying, "I don't own many Criterion titles. Guess I'm not fancy cultured enough to own such a sophisticated label." Hee hee.
There's plenty out there for you, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
That's why we have.
Yeah, I mean, they
Vinegar
cover
Syndrome.
all the genres. They cover so many decades. I mean, I'm more like mainstream Criterion, and they have plenty for me there. I mean, Dazed and Confused, Fast Times. I mean, Pinocchio, that movie just came out. There you go. That
Get
was so much.
Armageddon and The Rock on DVD. You're good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Or Laserdisc.
Yeah, Laserdisc. That's where I first got introduced to Criterion.
Mhm.
So many good laser discs.
And I sold them all. Yeah.
All right, so we're on to best box set of
Hey.
2023. That's
That's
over
me.
Eric.
All right, since we're doing honorable mentions, I'll bring it up because I grabbed it and I was going to make it a joke, but it's still a joke because it's Wings of Disaster, the
Oh my
Birdemic
God.
trilogy.
I didn't even know that
The
existed.
fact that this exists makes me happy, and it's lenticular. Look how good that lentics.
Thanks, Severin.
Thank you, Severin / Intervision. There we go. The same people who brought you things on DVD, everybody. All right. Here's the real nominations. Superman, the Steelbook collection from Warner Brothers. This
Yes,
thing
sir.
is
Excellent.
absolutely gorgeous. I don't buy these often. And by that, I mean I have 2 sets like this in my entire collection. But I could not live without the Superman collection. I
Nope.
pull them all out individually, but we're not here that long.
Well,
I
you
did
should
nominate.
show off Superman 2 though, right? Is the Superman 2 that flips really cool?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, really cool. Oddly enough, the only one I watched so far is Superman 4, and it looks great. Arrow Video, there that is for you, Nate.
Thank you.
Enter the Video Store collection. It's an all Blu-ray collection, much like we said. They don't get a lot of love, the all Blu-rays. And you can get this. They re-release this now without the limited edition guff, right? Sans book. But these are really fun, cheesy 80s movies in a really cool set. Robot Jock specifically was super out of print. Same goes for Dolls on Blu-ray. So them getting re-released in here. And Arena is super fun. I liked Arena a lot. That is just a cool set, and I hope they do another one similar to this at some point. Everyone and their grandma got this the day it came out, and I think Puck's the only person who lucked out and got it half off.
No, me too.
Am I right? You did, right?
Yeah.
And then once again, there it is, the Psycho 4K collection from Arrow, an amazing box set. I already flipped around all the artwork, so they got the.
They look great.
Now they match because Psycho 1 was red for no reason. So there's the Psycho 4K box set from Arrow UK exclusive, and as we were saying, they're re-releasing it, but just the sequels. So I don't know if this like sold out or what the deal is. But that thing is amazing, and it has fantastic special features. And this is a very personal list for me. I was joking in our group chat, but it seemed like most people agreed that they're good choices. But I had to put the Toxic Avenger collection in there just for me.
Box.
That's why I had Birdemic in there, as they'd be like, nothing could be that bad. Here's Toxic Avenger. It's better than Birdemic. But I grew up on these. I've been watching them since I was 5 years old. I know, right? Just the fact that this exists on 4K amazes me. So
It really is
I had to enter that. And the Blu-ray set, honestly, was just hot garbage. Like, the transfers on it were horrible, like VHS quality bad. So this is amazing, having all the Toxic Avenger movies, minus the remake, which I can't wait to see on 4K. So those are the nominees. And the winner, the Golden Elephant, which is the Oscar game thing I play with my friend every year. That's why I have that handy. With 45% of the vote, not surprisingly, is the Superman.
All right. Wow.
Kind of shocking. Yeah.
I'll take that. Nice.
That is amazing. It
Yeah,
includes all 4 Superman movies. There's definitely not another one.
Tim does not look happy there.
I'm good with it. I'm sorry.
Tim was pulling for a
Tim is
Birdemic
cool.
write-in vote. Man, I think.
I'm only
He's
heartbroken.
still getting over Birdemic. Aren't we all?
There wasn't really a loser in there. Besides, I never saw Toxic Avengers, so I had really no opinion on that.
Either way, it's a cool set.
The set looked nice, yeah.
And the transfers are all
The
from
fact
Vinegar
that it
Syndrome
exists
too.
is just nomination work.
Scratch didn't wear gloves when you were holding it, though.
Yeah, right. No, I'm used to it. Like I said, I've been watching it since I was 5. It doesn't. I
And-
don't even feel that anymore.
For the Psycho, that set that's coming out that has 2, 3, 4. Is that a US?
I don't think so.
No.
It's
I think it's still UK, and it just doesn't
Wow.
have the first one, and it's a slightly different box. And
Cool bizarre.
Dang, man.
Interesting.
I think it's a
Why
purple
did you get 'em?
box.
I was thinking the same thing. I thought maybe they was releasing it in the US so that people that already have the 4K for Psycho could get 2, 3, and 4. But
Yeah,
That
would
and
make more
Hellraiser
sense.
for
Yeah.
UK. I don't get it, but yeah, to each their own.
Well, they're all 4Ks. They're all region free anyway. So
Right.
Right,
You're
exactly.
fine.
They must have not had like the rights to Psycho, the original, for very long. I don't know how that worked. Like maybe
Or they
because
could
when
only
does that
release it in the
come
first
out?
set.
Next year, obviously, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
So because it's not coming out like tomorrow. So they must have only had the rights to the original Psycho like through 2023 or something like that, and then they had to re-release it with just the sequels. That's my guess.
Interesting.
Or it's a double dip thing. It's like,
Yep.
ooh, how can we do
Or
that
stupid
again?
people will buy it.
Yeah.
Tony,
Yeah.
you buying it?
Also, Tony.
Well, I haven't gotten any of them yet, so I'm like, ooh, I might get that one. So they're just getting more people to buy into them.
Yeah. Gorgeous set though.
But the Superman set does look really nice. But what made me mad about it is they advertised it as 5 movies, right?
5 film collection.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is not 5 movies in there. That does not count. I'm like, I really wish they put Superman Returns in there, or if
Me
they could
too.
have even stepped it up again and put Man of Steel in there, I would have bought it at that point. But because they slacked on me, I didn't get it. And then it was
I
sold out.
understand Man of Steel, but Superman Returns really should have been in there because that's still
It's weird
the
that it
same.
wasn't, but
Right.
I kind of like
Yeah.
that it's just the Christopher Reeve collection because that's like what I love. Superman
But-
Returns is
But I mean, it's been a while since I saw Returns, but Brandon Routh's was an exact continuation, though, right?
Yeah,
It was. It took
it was a
place
sequel to
after.
Superman 2. It was one of those.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They did
And he
that
did
before
great.
with Cole, like
And
Halloween. And
Ralph was a great Superman too.
he was good, yeah. Yeah. Superman Returns is fine.
Like
Mhm.
Like it at least needs a 4K at some point on its own.
For sure, yeah. It's I would say it's a 5 film collection because you have 2 different directors involved, but it's a 4 movie collection if that makes sense.
There's a new Superman
Yeah.
coming out in 2025. I think they might have a huge Superman set for that year. Who
Oh
knows?
yeah, I'm sure.
Mhm.
All right, we got a John Doe Gigolo saying good
What's up,
evening, everyone.
Juggalo?
Good
No,
evening.
Gigolo. You made it
Juggalo.
dirty.
Juggalo.
A little bit
What did I
different.
say? What?
It's always making it
Gigolo,
dirty.
Gigolo, I don't know. Some kind of O.
I mean, yeah, we're not judging. Maybe it's Gigolo. That's all right.
It's your free.
Uh, Hall & Oates saying, "Oh yeah, Wings of Disaster."
All I know is it's up.
Jeez.
I've never even heard of that set till tonight. So
Oh, it's
You'll quickly
Pandemic
forget
edition.
it as well.
Watch them with your friends. You'll have a good time.
yes.
It sounds
a
like you
watch
need
with
to
your
go
buddies
back to-
/ on Riff Cracks movie.
You need to go to Derek's Bad Movie Bible videos then.
That was the first one I ever did. Was for that.
all right, now we are on to best slipcover of 2023. Back to Tony.
Okay, so the nominations are the first VCR.
that
Of
one's
course,
great.
this flip cover is amazing, right?
Cool. Mm-hmm.
So
Very
is
cool.
this.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Very
nice.
nice.
Cute.
We have the wanted posters for Hell or High Water, the whole series of these. Then we have the 4K release for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs with this really
Oh, it's see-through.
beautiful.
Yeah,
No wonder you nominated me. It's fantastic.
that's
then
gotta
lastly-
win.
Lastly, we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That one's so good. I love
Yeah.
that one.
Great looking slip. But there could
Right,
only be
that'd be
one
fun.
winner. Right? Only one winner.
Only one.
Yeah.
This was a
Correct.
I
tie.
remember which one it was. I want to say that
It was
it
just
was.
I
Chainsaw Massacre.
messaged you, Tony. Did you want me to
I know, I
look at the
remember, but
message?
I got these things out of order.
Yeah, that's okay.
Was it the Texas Chainsaw
I
Massacre?
think it was Texas Chainsaw
Yes,
Massacre.
that's
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
That is a gorgeous cover, though.
Yep.
What do they
There we
win?
go.
They get
Another
to go
minion?
back.
It won the
Another
magical
minion.
An eye for an eye. Yep.
Nice, Dave.
Nice.
I see that.
I get jokes.
Yeah, that is an awesome addition right there. All
Yeah.
those were great. Just like all the slipcovers there were awesome. So I don't know how you chose, Tony. I don't know how you nominated. There was tons of great slipcovers
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot. I could have picked all those silver Disney 100
Oh my
slipcovers,
god.
but I didn't.
I'm
Should have
glad
had that
you
be its
didn't.
own category.
Well, that Snow White one was pretty cool. So
Yeah, I do like
Switch
the
to
Snow White.
these silver slip covers. Is your favorite.
Wow.
Those steelbooks will not be making any notables at all. No
Oh,
honorable mentions.
Disney
for
I don't
them.
know.
That's the
People were
least
grabbing them
bad
up
Disney
9.99
100
though, weren't they?
Yeah,
They're
they,
worth
they-
Oh yeah, they
$10.
were worth $9.99.
yeah, they flew off the shelves when they were cheap.
Oh yeah.
I still didn't buy one. So
All
lovely.
right. Well, speaking of the silver tins right here, we will get into best steelbook right here. So,
Let's go.
Jake, you ready for this?
I think so. I've got a few.
Just show
honorable
all
mentions.
Disney.
I'll show them off quickly. I have the Superman set.
Oh, nice.
I'll show off the flip, the
Yes.
fun, this and that. And
I
this.
like that. It's unique.
Yeah.
Very fun. But one set that I don't think got enough love because people already own these movies. It's this John Wick stash book,
That thing's cool. Yeah.
1 through 3.
That's sweet. Yeah.
This is like a prop from the third movie, and it looks like a book, and then you just keep on flipping, and all 3 steel books are kind of housed inside. Pretty cool release there. Very happy to get Prey on
Nice.
4K on physical media. That was a very cool release. I'm hoping Umbrella does more of these big box steelbook sets. Here's one for Talk to Me. Steelbook looks nice, and I love the embossing on it and the cornered edges. Whenever Steelbook can do that, it's great. Scream Factory. My favorite Scream Factory release of the year is They Live.
Oh yeah, I love
that
that.
was-
Love the artwork for this sucker
Nothing
so
wrong with that
much. There
Top
we go.
10 right there.
I like the originality of this line for sure. The duel for Black Panther
Those are
Wakanda
cool.
Forever.
Yeah.
Here's a cool reason to buy 2 movies just to kind of complete the artwork collection if you have to. Gives Tony a valid reason to do it, I guess.
Exactly.
For Lionsgate, this Wicker Man
Ooh.
set
Mm.
looks absolutely amazing. I mean, the front and back cover to this thing, gorgeous.
Such
Love
great
it. I
4K
love
too.
Yeah.
All those Wicker Man ones look gorgeous.
This movie doesn't get spoken highly enough, so I'm glad that they released it in 4K. I'm gonna do this one just because of how unique it is. Star Trek:
Sweet.
Strange New World Season 2. Not a lot of like studio releases do this, but it comes with lenticular magnets.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
What?
It
How
comes
do I
with
not
4.
have this?
Looks
This
like I
one
need
is
it.
one. Here's the cover of the actual steel book.
Ooh,
Just
you
a
get
whole bunch of
taste
character stuff on there. There's
I'm
there's
slowly losing my mind.
4 different.
Fuck
And
his
the
already.
poster-
Now
I
that
like-
I mentioned it now.
I haven't seen this show, but I'm assuming that anybody who's a fan of this show, all these little touches would be nice. Like it has a poster of like the standout episode.
That's great.
Very, very cool. And of course, we talked about it a little bit in the chat, but Kill Her Goats. Look at this, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh la la.
Hey,
The
come on.
embossing, the debossing. So nice. But for the nominees, we have Lionsgate Crank release.
Oh, that's a good one.
The fact that this movie has such a gorgeous steelbook release like this, it's phenomenal. Like inside and out, just a great, great looking release. From Paramount, we have Sleepy Hollow, the Fabello booklet. This thing, there's been a few releases in the UK. This is the first US release that has like a complete booklet inside of it, and it tells the story of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. So a very nice touch there. One that I'm trying to give more love to because it's a premium release, you could say. It's not in a big box. It's in a slipcover. This is from Nova Media, Everything Everywhere All at Once. This sucker is absolutely stunning. The artwork on here, done by Megys Funk, the guy who did that Pumpkinhead artwork too. The sucker looks good. We got the Everything Bagel on the inside. And the cards in here are the actual like posters from the movies like Raccacoonie and all that type of stuff.
Oh, funny.
There's 5 different poster artwork.
That's how you do discard right there.
Yeah. And then I'm counting all of these as one because I would have counted the Superman set as one, but it's these Lionsgate collection sets that were Walmart exclusives in October. I really like the lined up artwork for all of these, and you can get all of them for a set and be happy with it. Or if you just like one of the franchises, you could have it, and the artwork is still phenomenal. The inside will have like a big picture from it, and then a whole bunch of quotes on this side where the discs are. And then probably my favorite out of the bunch is this Blair Witch and Blair Witch Project one. But the winner of favorite steelbook of all time. Let's see here. Let's open up the envelope, and the winner is Sleepy Hollow.
Wow.
Congratulations. Nice. You will win this.
I need to get that one.
We'll win this steelbook pin. How about that?
Yeah, that's been
Oh, nice.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah, no surprise. That thing is freaking awesome.
And I'm really hoping more come out. There was a Babadook one that came out in the UK that looks phenomenal. That has the story of the Babadook in there.
Maybe
too.
we'll get that here. That would be great.
I would hope so. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous.
That actually
like
makes
the other-
sense too. Yeah.
Like the other Wicker Man UK steelbook as well.
Yeah,
I've
they're
seen
both
that
nice.
one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, I wish I would have knew that Sleepy Hollow one actually had the book in there. I did not know. I should have done more research on it. I'm like, do I want this still book? It's like $6 more just for a still book. I don't know. Should have gone.
They didn't do a lot of promoting.
Totally missed out.
Yeah, it just came out at a bad
actually
time, and everyone who knew
really
about it bought them all. I was like, crap, whatever.
Did you pick it up in store? Because that thing is heavy. Like it's got a lot more heft.
Yeah, you pick it up and it's like, well, this is like a pound heavier than a normal release. And it's because like the inside of it too, it's just kind of it's different than a steelbook. It doesn't really close all the way right here. You can see on the inside that it is a Fabello. So I'm hoping that they like kind of market that a little bit more because it is different than a steelbook, but it still technically falls in the steelbook umbrella. Just a very cool release. I hope they do more.
I'd like to see them do more in general with steelbooks because even like we used to get those big, thick steelbooks, and they don't really do them much anymore. Now they're all about let's throw 6 discs stacked on top of each other in a normal size steelbook.
Right.
Use the thick steelbooks you used to use. I don't
Jumbo
know.
books.
They
Jumbo
don't-
books.
Yeah, but play around with. Give us some different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah. I'd buy the heck out of those like Digibook-esque steelbooks because I love Digibook.
Yes,
really.
there we
So
go.
if more of those, I would buy them.
Or the jumbos.
Yeah, the jumbos.
Yeah,
Let's see that, Tony, real quick. Oh,
Yeah,
A
Tony,
lot
show
of
it
Walking Dead's have those.
I can't show anything. This green screen's
You need
going
a new chair, Tony. You're gonna fall right through that thing.
But why did those things basically vanish? They like never do those anymore.
Oh, here's one. Here's one for the Hobbit right here. This big.
Got like the wider one.
You a Hobbit? Yo,
It's,
that's
it's
a
a
Hobbit.
thick boy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You open it
Nice.
up and it kind of has like
That's
a whole bunch of discs stacked.
They've got like Mission
Not on top
Impossible
of each
ones
other.
like that, I think.
But you get
and-
proper hubs instead of just shoving them all stacked on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
That's awesome.
Dang, I've never seen that. That looks great.
Yeah, there's a good one of
That
those.
other Hobbit set's also nice on Steelbook, the 4Ks.
Yes.
Fun.
I have the Lord of the Rings set. I just
I
picked
have
it up. I
both.
love that thing so
Oh,
much.
they're incredible.
Alex saying that Everything Everywhere All at Once Steelbook is super pretty. I agree.
Sold out
That
in,
looks
like,
awesome.
Sold out in like 13 minutes. I was very
What?
lucky to
Oh,
get
Jesus
one.
Christ.
Watch out, though, Alexander. If you dive down those
Premiums.
yeah,
Don't
those
do it.
premiums. Oh my god, that's
Yeah, it gets pricey, but they look so nice.
yeah.
All right, we are now on to the best 4K of 2023. Huck, you ready?
Well, I am ready. Look, we have a lot of great 4Ks come out this year. I'm going to pull up a few honorable mentions and look, say what you will about. And I like stayed up like researching all these over just to make sure I was happy with my my picks. But look, say what you will about superhero movies, but the transfers on The Flash and Shazam Fury of the Gods were absolutely stunning. Also want to shout out Oppenheimer. It's very good. And then something that Jake and I got to play around with, and that is Witness.
Nice.
This is a much older film in the 80s, like 85, I think. But it just looked so good. It's not as super crisp and sharp that I think that everyone's expecting in this voting for this particular thing, because this wouldn't have stood a chance against the 4 that I put up. But I just have to give this a special shout out because we really loved watching this. Thanks for watching it, bud. Because
Absolutely.
it was nice to revisit this film.
Yeah,
Did everybody
Witness is
pick
great.
this up? Did everybody get a chance to pick this up and watch it yet?
I need that one.
haven't
Yeah,
watched
once again, it's another Arrow release. That's amazing.
I just ordered it, so we'll see what I think.
That's right. you
Great,
got
great
it.
movie.
That's
Ordering
right.
now.
Great movie.
Do
Great
your
movie.
homework, bro. All right. So coming up, here are I'll do them in the order that they appear on the voting. All right. So coming up, number 1, we got John Wick 4, and all of these. Look, all of these are absolute like benchmarks, man. You put them in, they are reference quality things. All 4 of these just are phenomenal. This little puppy one earlier tonight, we got Hugo. I mean, man, just so crisp, beyond what I was expecting that movie to look. I was kind of expecting it to look more like, Witness, but man, stunning.
Oh, no.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, a lovely conclusion to this trilogy, and they did not cut back on the transfer of this thing. It is absolutely stunning, looks and sounds fantastic. And of course, the big kahuna from last year, and that is Avatar Way of Water. I mean, look, it's just so, the animation, obviously it's all animated, and it just looks absolutely phenomenal on 4K on an OLED TV. Great. All of these look great. But of course, there can be only one winner. And okay, the movie that's taking home the golden idol. Throw me the idol. I throw you the award. Coming up right now. The envelope, the very large, oversized envelope. And the winner is, that's amazing. It's John Wick 4.
No, nice.
Winner by 38%. So it won handily. The closest was Avatar at 30, but John Wick was there to please. So
How did Hugo do? Was it 4th then? Or?
Hugo was third. Actually, believe it or not, Guardians was 4th at 15, and Hugo was
John
at
Wick's
8.
one of those 4 movies I haven't seen yet.
They were pretty much right there,
Right.
neck and neck. Like
I'm
no one
also
gave them.
in that spot.
I'm gonna go stand on corners holding up a billboard that says, buy the Hugo 4K.
Watch Hugo.
Yeah. Knowing you.
Yeah, it's
great.
pretty fantastic.
That John Wick 4 disc is really, really nice.
It looks
And
nice.
people are still buying it. It is showing up on like the media reports every week. Like it is a nonstop seller. People love that disc.
Speaking of
And the
nonstop,
locales they go to, it's gorgeous. It
just
sounds
the last
really cool.
the last hour of that movie is just like pound for pound some of the best action set pieces I've
Mhm.
seen, and it's back to
Oh
back.
man,
to back.
the giant like cult, the roundabout, that massive roundabout, that is the most insane action sequence,
It's good
like
stuff.
to conceptualize and pull off. Yeah, so good.
Mhm.
I'll
Yeah,
finally
that-
watch it tonight.
That movie should be in the running Oscar wise for cinematography. Like if I was
Right.
cinematography wise, that thing is outstanding.
Mhm. It's
Yeah.
been popping up in Critics Awards. I've noticed.
All right. Let's see. We got Dylan here. Hey, y'all. Hey,
Dylan.
Dylan. Let's see. Sarah, I don't have 12 Angry Men. Well, you got to get it, Sarah.
You need to get it.
Snag
It's
it.
amazing.
It's good.
Dell
love
saying
it.
I saw John Wick 4 in theaters, but haven't watched my 4K yet. You got to watch it. Looks so good at
It
home.
looks good. That's the fun part about doing these awards. You get to watch your stuff again and go,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it came out with so many different editions. I think that's the release that had more editions than almost anything else, right? They had so many exclusives from different stores.
Every
I'm like,
store had their own version of
wild.
kind of
Amazon exclusive lenticular slipcover.
Yeah, that one looked great.
Yeah.
Mhm. Every store had their own steelbook, whether it was Blu-ray or 4K.
Speaking of Amazon, thanks, Jake. I got Star Trek in the cart right now.
There you go. I think you're
I'm
gonna
so glad
like,
it's still
what is
there.
that dude over there?
On your
Looks like
fridge.
I've never seen the show, and I was a huge. I wanted to watch it just because the steelbook was just amazing.
I win the award. Yeah.
Real winner tonight is Hug.
Right.
All right. So we are on to the most prestigious award of tonight, the final Meggy, Best Physical Media Overall in 2023. Now, how this category was decided for nominations was I looked at all the different categories, saw the top 4, meaning which categories got the most votes, of course, and then it was the winners from those top 4 categories. So that's how the nominations were decided, just so you guys know that I didn't just pick these randomly, okay? But yeah, let's look at these nominations here. So, and I don't have all of these, unfortunately. Now I should have got them, but I will in the future. But of course, we got the John Wick Chapter 4, right? I have the Steelbook edition, so that's one of the nominees. Next up, we have the Sleepy Hollow Fabello, which I should have got it. I should have paid $6 more, but now I learned my lesson.
Sold out so quick.
I know. And same with this next one, the Superman Steelbook Box Set Collection. That sold out very quick as well. I should have put the pre-order in, but who knows? Maybe they'll release a new one in the
This is
future.
good competition.
I know. And then the fourth one, 12 Angry Men, Kino Lorber. I mean, 2 movies for the price of 1. You can't really beat that, right? So it makes sense on all these nominations here. But let's go ahead and look at the winner here. We don't even need that anymore. All right. So the winner of the Best in Physical Media of 2023, the ultimate Meggy, is going to be the Sleepy Hollow Fabello.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
Anybody, Jake has that. Look at that right there. That's the winner.
There it is.
That is the
Wow.
best
Finally won an
piece of
award.
Jake is
physical
scary.
media
Take a bow. Take a
I'm
bow.
really scared right now.
2023.
It's a good release.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody
Well
shocked or surprised by that one? Was anybody predicting that one as the number 1 overall?
It's either that or Superman, right?
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I thought Superman might
I thought
actually
just the whole like
shock,
It's a great package.
you know,
Mhm.
because
Superman
that was a
package
lot
would
of love in
be
that
that.
thing. So
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just the uniqueness of the Fabello design and people wanting more of it. So they voted, and hopefully they make more of those.
It's a damn good movie, and it's one of Tim Burton's best. So I'm not going to argue too much.
it was a good movie.
Yeah.
A rewatch.
And it looked
too.
great too. I mean, you talk about good 4K transfers. That movie looked awesome. So
Mhm.
Yeah, HDR would be good to that movie if done right.
all right, let's see. We are back into the comments here real quick, and then we're gonna go over what everybody thinks, of the future of physical media in 2024. But hey, we got Tom Cruise joining. I feel so
What's up,
honored.
Tom? Sorry about
Not
not
single
nominating
Mission
for movie.
Impossible nomination. You all should be ashamed. Tony says it all. We are ashamed.
We are.
A lot of Steelbook releases.
Tim, Tim's
Your
not
movie's
ashamed.
out.
I'm not ashamed.
Yep, Tim was straight up. I
Or
didn't care
Daniel
for that
Wilbur.
marketing.
I like them all, but
I still
bad
don't know
timing in
what's
the
going.
theaters. Bad
Yeah,
timing.
unfortunately. Up against
You know, that's
Barbenheimer.
I loved Fallout. Freaking loved Fallout.
Oh,
Like I felt
Fallout's
like
my
the
favorite.
franchise was going up and up and up.
Yeah.
And Dead
Yeah.
Reckoning is, honest to God, maybe middle of the road for me. Maybe.
Yeah.
And
Me too.
or it's the
Story
lower.
was silly, but the last 2 action set pieces were pretty good.
I can't stress to you how much I hate the whole AI plot. Like it gets done so much, especially now. It's so bland and boring. It was one of the worst villains I've seen, and I hated it. Like it was a terrible villain.
Well, it was
Yeah.
also so
Part
confusing because they
one.
made you think the villain was there from a previous movie. The way they were
I-
shooting it, I'm like, is he from a movie? I'm not remembering because I've seen all these movies. I'm like, oh no, we're just
Yeah,
making
and-
this up for this movie. I was like, oh,
I mean, they dropped the Dead Reckoning off of what's going to be part 2. It's not even going to be called Dead Reckoning Part 2,
Yep.
which I don't blame them.
My Steelbook's
Yeah.
always going to be
Yeah.
Dead Reckoning
Well,
Part
in
1
the
on
box
there. It's
office,
just it's
so-
going to be
yeah,
weird.
I know, right?
love
Whoopsie,
that.
Like broke even, maybe.
whoopsie.
All right. So looking towards the future of physical media, Tim, what are you excited for in 2024?
More badass steelbooks, more box sets, more classics. Give me more classics, especially getting 4Ks and stuff. That's what I want, especially the classics and TV shows. Please,
Yeah.
give me.
Where's
Yes,
TV
TV.
shows?
We got Psych, we got Monk. I beg to the gods, give me Burn Notice.
Okay.
I will
Go, Tim, go.
Tim's
Bring
Holy
it,
Trinity
brother,
right
Preach
there.
it.
give me Burn Notice, and I don't need a single other release for 24. Just give me all of Burn Notice.
Just put all
Man,
the
woo.
In a Bruce Campbell shaped case of some sort.
And if they forget to put the Sam Axe in there, we have the Blu-ray of it, so we're good either way.
Let's go to Hamilton Books for that one.
Yeah, if it's still there, sold out.
All right, Nathan, what are you looking forward to?
Just from the few things that I've seen so far, I know this got pushed out by Inside the Mind of Coffin Joe is something that I'm pretty excited about. Columbia Classics Volume 4, of course, it's coming out a little later than normal. And then, speaking of shows, Tim, this is for you. I don't know if anyone watched this. Third tier Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ripoff, Extreme Dinosaurs, is coming out in February.
Third tier.
And when I say third tier, I mean the second tier is Street Sharks. So
I
the
love
first tier
Street
is,
Sharks. Oh.
yeah,
I got Street Sharks.
I grabbed my Street Sharks figure if I had it handy.
What is
but
happening?
yeah, Extreme Dinosaurs. Look it out. Look up the theme song if you've not seen the stupid show.
All right, Jake, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward. I know Best Buy is going away from physical media from movies, which is very sad. And I'm really hoping it's nice to see Walmart kind of taking that. I'm hoping that their retail space kind of helps out. It makes me nervous because it's very inconsistent depending on what Walmart goes to on the retail space. I'm hoping that it's a big push since they're taking so much of this steelbook stuff. I don't want to ever not be able to pick up physical media in a retail store. There's just something about it that's nice. Criterion is like shrinking in every single Barnes and Noble I've been to as well. It just feels like retail wise, it's slipping away from my fingers, and I don't like the way that feels. So I'm hoping Walmart does the collector right and just have nice sets in their stores.
Yeah. And when they start spider wrapping all of their steelbooks,
Don't say that. No, they won't do that. Not the steelbooks.
At least they can handle the.
They'll just put them in cases. They won't spider wrap.
I'd rather them put them in cases. Yeah,
Me too.
those
Lots
spider
of
wrap
cases.
stuff.
where you have to call an associate to come get it out for you.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you gotta
Spider-Man.
wait like
Or
an
you have
hour,
to-
click the button like 5 times. It's like, where are they?
And then you go to the
Yeah,
alcohol
right.
section. You're like, oh, I got to push this button again.
So,
Yeah.
Jake, you did touch on something that I'm slightly worried on. People are definitely pre-ordering matters more than ever when it comes to Walmart ones. Like
Yeah.
Best Buy, you knew every week what Best Buy stores would carry because they're UPC. So you'd know ahead of time they're going to have these titles, and generally most stores carried them. So you could go in. I have a chance of getting this. You have no idea with Walmart. None. I've got
Just the
6
Wild West.
Walmarts in my area,
Mhm.
and they're all just completely different than each other on what they carry.
Yeah.
I have about like 8 within like a 30-minute drive for me, and only one of them has the steelbook section. I know that they're trying to like beef that up and have it in the majority of their stores in 2024. I'm just hoping that, yeah, it just looks nice and it stays consistent, and the number of steelbooks has nice rotation in there. They have a lot coming out next year already, so
And
just
they
hoping
also
it moves.
That's a lot of good stuff.
they have to train. At least my Best Buys, the employees actually stocked the stuff before the store opened at like 10 a.m. It was
Mhm.
always you go right away and the stuff's there. Walmart, because they're 24 hours for the most part, you don't know when the movies are actually going out. Like I've been in stores midday and the
Yeah.
new stuff's not out.
They have like a third-party rep
Yeah,
that
they're
goes
waiting on the
all
rep
that
to
stuff out.
come. Yeah, they're waiting for the rep to come put it all out.
Yeah, they don't touch it. People
Yeah.
in Walmarts don't touch it.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
hmm
All right,
So I'm
Garrett.
lucky if I see them on shelves on Thursday because
Yeah.
Yeah.
the one store that
Same.
actually has steel books, it's ridiculous. I'm
So
not
how do
looking.
you-
I'm not looking forward to it.
How do you wrangle that in then? If it's a third party covering all the stores, that means no matter what you do, you're going to have, they're just going to be going out at random times.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
That's
gonna be
it.
random.
Usually
That's
the following weeks when you see the previous week's stuff.
You're gonna have
That
to
is
order.
so-
You're gonna have to order them online. That's gonna
Yeah.
be your best bet on
Yeah.
actually getting them.
Yeah. If you
Yeah, and who
care,
knows
order
if
it.
they'll even stock them within that week. It might take them a couple weeks. So
Yeah. You don't know. It just depends on the store. It's frustrating, and I'm hoping that they kind of put some type of focus onto it, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Probably not. It's Walmart.
Probably
Let's
not.
say let's just have the end of still books.
Don't say that.
And all slipcovers and steelbooks and physical media.
No, let's keep this.
Jake would have to change his name. You can't do that.
No, we're all going to be pissed, and it's just going to be DVDs in the stores, Tony. Don't say
Oh,
that.
God.
That's Walmart. Yeah, we're all
Waiting
gonna
for
get.
Tony to have a 2 in front of his 2 basement blues to have a second basement.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Derek, what are you looking forward to?
Well, until Jake was talking, I was looking forward to Walmart.
I still am. It's
All
nice
your
that they
hopes
found a
and dreams
home.
are crushed.
I like that they're like obviously making an attempt to give a shit.
Mhm.
Pardon my French, and take like the reins from Best Buy and make the unique steel books. Like they got that Creep Show one coming out.
Yeah.
Specifically,
They just
that
announced
I
one
like.
for Little Monsters to keep that Vestron line.
Oh,
released
really?
on
No, I didn't see
Steelbooks
that.
too. Yeah.
I already have that, but yeah, keep Vestron alive.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they're doing it. My one closest to my house that's literally in between my house and work, and I work 1.2 miles away from my house. So once Walmart starts carrying movies, I'll be making some Walmart videos. So that'll be nice. That's cool. As long as they are up to snuff. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one thing I'm looking forward to next year, Nate already said it, was the Columbia Classics Volume 4 because they were lazy and they didn't want to do it this year, but luckily it's coming out next year, and it's all the movies I wanted in the set last year. So I'm happy with that. I want some Kramer versus Kramer on 4K. Yeah.
Punch Drunk Love. I cannot wait for that.
Just take it as they come. Yeah, Punch Drunk Love.
Mm-hmm.
Give me all their Criterions. I've been hesitating to buy just because they'll probably come out on 4K. On 4K from Columbia Classics. That's what I want.
All right. And you, Tony, what are you excited for?
I'm not really excited about anything right now.
That's the spirit.
I'm actually depressed about it. No.
Man. Basement Blues.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kraft macaroni and cheese. Basement Blues.
I honestly, I do. I just take it week to week. I don't really look in the future. So just, I'm always excited when there's new releases coming out. Just depends on which week it is. But hopefully things will go well with Walmart. We'll see. I noticed that some of the items that I have pre-ordered from Walmart are like in the $40 range for a steelbook, which is ridiculous. I'm hoping that
Best Buy was kind of that way too.
Settles down a little bit.
Also, do you guys ever run into I don't know if it's just me or I'm terrible at searching. Their Walmart's website is kind of hot garbage.
Like, that's bad. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
I don't use it often, but when I do, it sucks.
Well, have you ever noticed if you use Blu-ray.com and you go to the Walmart tab, they'll have at least 10 titles that are a penny, right? Like, just
really?
and you click it, and they're totally not a penny. So I don't know how they're able to trick the algorithm to print a penny. I'm like, there's no way it's a penny. And then it's like $15.98. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because they have all the third-party sellers on there too, and then they can charge what they want with your shipping. So they'll be like, "Oh, it's super cheap," but then like $30 for shipping.
Yeah, that's the shittiest thing about their website is that they have like,
because you can't tell the difference between the two.
Oh, that's not for Walmart though.
Yeah.
Actually, I just saw a picture on Instagram of someone that bought. They thought they were buying a Blood Diamond steelbook from Walmart's website, and they got shipped a DVD copy of Blood Diamond.
Oh my god!
Classy.
That's Walmart for you.
This is why I'd much prefer just to buy it in stores because you know what the hell you're going to buy. You can hold it in your hand, find the best copy on there. You can't do that online.
I love buying stuff online because I'm a fat, lazy jerk, but feeling it in the stores is always better.
Can Walmart's site, I guess I never looked, can you filter them like Amazon? You can filter at least sold by Amazon. Can you filter sold by Walmart?
I have no idea.
Because that would...
No one cares about
I would hope so, but probably not.
I don't think anybody's tried it.
I need to use Walmart. I don't,
We're going to learn real quickly this year, though.
What's Walmart?
All right. How about you, Huck? What are you looking for?
Well, Tim, my TV brother,
yes,
amen on the burn notice. As a Superman fan, I would adore Lois
Oh,
and
yeah.
Clark
Oh, nice.
on Blu-ray. I would just love to see Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher in
Yes.
Blu-ray. This would make my day. Also, since we have the Ryan Reynolds movie The Fall Guy coming out, I would kill for The Fall Guy.
Oh my God,
Majors
yes.
fighting man, come on with that. In fact, what a great promotional tie-in. Like as
Yeah.
the movie's coming out, you bring that back, and everyone would be hungry to revisit.
Mm-hmm.
And then something since we actually got some Marvel stuff, Jake, behind your head, you got WandaVision there, which I'm
Yes.
excited
Mhm.
for. And since they've procured Fox, I'd love to see the 90s X-Men cartoon on
Right.
Blu-ray.
That would be
That's
awesome.
what I would love
Yeah.
to see.
They're doing a
that's-
continuation of that on Disney Plus with that X-Men 94. It would be nice
Yeah.
to have some physical media of the old
Yeah.
stuff too. Just to
Yeah,
Yeah,
have
they
something
do.
not just that DVD set. I would just love, because that was one of the best cartoons. And yeah, I'm like a 80s guy, so for me that 90s is great, man.
Yeah, 90s
That's what I
X-Men
like.
is
And
outstanding.
of course, all the Cameron stuff I can't wait for. But all that other stuff, I'd love to see that. There's no announcement for it, but that's what I'd love to see.
That's it, Huck. We're manifesting 2024 is the year of TV shows on Blu-ray.
Let's
Stream it
go.
Dream on, of
Also,
course.
the Generation X TV movie, because no one remembers that but me.
no,
Okay, yeah, no.
that's correct.
That
We'll stick
exists.
with Burn Notice. Mike, what about you?
I'm just looking for the future sales. You know me, I'm the deal person, so I love to get a good sale. I'm hoping with Best Buy getting rid of their physical media, they do another round of like heavy discounts.
Yeah,
Because I love getting that Iron Man, tin that was terrible, but for $10, it was awesome. So if I
Yeah.
can get those steelbooks down to $10, like pick up like 50 of them before they're all gone, that would be fantastic.
That's why I haven't bought any more yet. I'm hoping for that exact same thing. I think
I know,
they're supposed to
they
get rid of all their
have to.
stuff by the end of March.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah.
have to. So right in that March time, end of February, they have to do some kind of sale.
Gonna be
But I
Either
don't
that
know
or they
what else
just
would they
liquidate it
do with
elsewhere. I
Yeah.
don't think they want to
Uh,
repack it all up though. I would just
Yeah.
think that they'd want to just
Yeah.
have people grab it for cheap.
Yeah.
But who knows?
They're actually selling all the stuff that I've returned that arrived dented and dinged and scratched. Their spine slashes.
and then
Oh
they
my
threw it
God.
over their shoulder into
Yeah.
the bin.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well,
I
look,
mean-
if any of us hear of that day, let us. We need to all
Yep.
know, so we
Word
all
will
go
spread
out
quick.
at the crack of
Absolutely.
ass when that happens, because it's all going to be gone. All the good stuff, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I
So
live pretty close to a Best Buy outlet. I'm just hoping like it just has movies one day.
Hmm.
yeah,
to go there.
and
I
it's
used
just
to
a
be
big
my prime
tub.
Best Buy.
I
box.
wonder though how much. I would think a lot of studio stuff might go back and just be like their exclusive steelbook stuff, like specifically them stuff that would get clearanced a lot. And I bet a lot of other
I
stuff.
think that's what's going to happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
but even
You
then,
already see a lot of the-
Lionsgate stuff would be cool to get.
Or they're
In that
Well,
first
I see
steelbook
things.
set at Walmart, you already see a lot of the Best Buy exclusives getting
Exactly.
re-released over there. So I can see that.
Target
happening,
Target
for
had
sure.
some of them also until Target got rid of all their stuff. So Target would have some of the Best Buy stuff, and then Walmart has some of the Best Buy stuff. So that'd be nice.
I wonder if some of the boutique labels, besides like Scream Factory and Arrow, are going to start doing steelbooks, as well. I feel like boutique labels are just going to pick up a lot of the slack, honestly.
Agreed.
Mhm.
'Cause,
More exclusives, more different kinds of editions, steelbooks, slip covers. Yeah.
Yeah, this Umbrella talked to me. I want to say it's like one of their first steelbook releases, and I love having the sets like this. Very Arrow video-esque with the cases and
yeah, I want that hand.
yeah,
The
it's
hand.
fun.
I don't need that
Yeah.
hand. It could
Mhm.
haunt me. Reach out and grab me at night. No.
So speaking on steelbooks, and Jake might completely disagree. Maybe Tony will too. I love them, but my God, that we're getting so much of them now, and I feel like I got to keep buying the steelbook versions because that's the ones I prefer. But
Mhm.
they're all more expensive, so
Right.
my weekly spending is so much more for so much less because most of the stuff I'd want gets steelbooks, and it doesn't feel as, I guess, special because it's like, well,
Now
it's
happening all the time.
getting a steelbook. They always get steelbooks.
That's why studios are doing it, is so they can
Yeah.
get more money out of you.
But I love how Lionsgate does a great job on their steelbooks, and they're very affordable. So I just want to see what Lionsgate does this year because they're going to be my go-to for all their steelbooks. I mean, $22, like that's the sweet spot for what they're giving.
They're not greedy. They know they have like X amount of budget do a release on, and they can make X amount if they charge this price. And yeah, the
Yeah,
Lionsgate's
look at
great.
that,
They've
that
been great
Young
for years.
Guns. That Young Gun Steelbook was $24. It's one of
There's
the best ones of the year.
there's definitely a tipping point though. As much as I love steelbooks, you can flood the market with anything. There's a tipping point if you
Like
keep
the
doing-
double releases, yeah,
Yeah.
the same
Oh,
movie.
God.
Yeah, I don't think
I
it's going to
hated that,
happen
yeah.
next year, just because unless Amazon decides to throw their hat in the ring, I just don't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope not. I'm just like, I love them, but I'm getting kind of burnt out on just how much I'm spending
Yeah.
weekly on steelbooks. I want great steelbooks, but just, I don't know, make them feel more special. Give me more Sleepy Hollows and special ones instead of 2 Equalizers and 2 Gran Turismos and
And those Disney fridge magnets, just get them out of here.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Fridge magnets.
Mhm.
And say, Hug, you got some later on, in a couple days, probably. Gonna put those on the fridge.
Yeah, all right. I see them. Yeah, they'll be
We'll
there.
talk about fridge man.
I don't want them to like start hanging up kids' homework though. They're too precious. They're
Spock
too
just
precious.
looked at him, just like,
Right? Like that is not an A plus. Yeah.
Yeah, Brent's
Yeah,
saying
thank you, man.
reports are Walmart will stock every other week. So now there's less Blu-ray Tuesdays. You only get it twice a
Yeah.
month.
Wow.
There's Blu-ray monthlies.
Bi-monthly.
Yeah.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Or semi-monthlies. Whatever.
Well, I mean, they're barely stocking every other week right now. So
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing new.
Whenever I go to Walmart, I go like 6 days after what I expect to be there, and then it might be there.
All right. Well, looks like we covered kind of what we're looking forward to in 2024. So that's awesome. Hopefully, it's a great year of physical media. I think there's plenty of hope out there, especially with boutique labels. At least they always do a great job. So
Agreed.
very
No,
excited
no.
for physical media. And we'll just kind of go around quickly. You guys can let the audience know where to find you, what you got upcoming on your channel, or whatever you would like. So, Tim, take it away.
tomorrow I have a video on a new retro boutique label that I'm show you guys, but I don't know if anyone even knew this existed, but Vice Press is they're doing official. This is an official Evil Dead 2. And I think that's pretty freaking awesome because we haven't had an official VHS release for something like an Evil Dead in decades. And this is actually by the same people that did these, same artists.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Very cool.
So yeah, I think it's pretty awesome actually, because we're so used to getting those what would you call them, like the Katie Video and Death by VHS, those not official ones. Like this is actually licensed. This is from Studio Canal licensing. Like that's wild. Cool. I thought this would get more love. Like this is a real official Evil Dead 2. I don't know, that hyped me up quite a bit.
Nice.
All right, Nathan.
yeah. So no, my channel is specifically Blu-rays with Nathan Jones. So if anyone wants to go there, I mostly talk about physical media. Do film journeys. I've had several of these guys on. Several of these guys I would like to have on as well on the channel. But yeah, no, I plan on doing some top 10 videos, of course. To the end of the year. So I plan on trying to figure out what I like this year and see what I can showcase with those.
All right, and Tony.
Yep. So you can find me at Basement Blues. I do a video every day. I do have my top 10 best films from 2023 and my top 10 worst films from 2023 videos coming up. I should have my basement tour coming up in the next few days.
Come on.
Then this screen journey can go away, which will be nice.
That'll be lovely.
I did my top steelbook releases of the year this week, so if you can check that video out. But thanks for letting me be a part of the Megys again this year. It was always fun.
Yeah, Tony going out, people doing top 10 videos. Tony's like my top 45 steelbooks.
Yeah, I mean, I can't narrow it down to 10.
My top shelf of slipcovers I got this year.
And Derek.
All right. Thanks for having me. I haven't been on this, I don't think, before. I've done the populars, but not the Megys, from what I recall. And luckily, I got cool stuff just in time to nominate actual things and not Birdemic as a joke. But I have my holiday haul I released today. Holiday with a AU because I'm clever. And then I did unboxings individually of the Psycho set, Toxic Avenger set, and my JFK Scout Select set. I recorded them all today. They're coming out the next 3 days in a row because I had time, so why not? So those are coming, and then awards season is upon us. And the next big thing coming up, I think, is on the 5th, which is the BAFTA long lists, which nobody cares about but me, but I'm going to do them, gosh darn it. So,
Get those 10 views.
I'm going to get those 26 views, and 24 of them are going to be me making sure the video works.
Hey, BAFTAs play into it. That
does.
matters.
BAFTAs are the closest thing to the Oscars,
Yeah.
as far as, yeah.
I like the spirit of myself, but
And Jake?
Yeah, Steelbook Obsessed on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Put out 2 videos a day, short form content, like a minute to 2 minutes each. For the next 5 days, I'm making mini posts on my top 10 favorite Steelbooks. All my honorable mentions weren't part of that top 10. They are kind of behind me there if you want a sneak peek at those. Next episode of Boutique Talk, my podcast, Tim, Derek, and Huck have been on it so far. Next guest, I have Alex Thomas, and we're going to be talking about Steelbook sets, like the ones we kind of talked a little bit about today. I've got a bunch to show off. Can't wait for that. And yeah, I plan on doing more long form YouTube content in the future. A tour video is coming soon-ish, probably in like February. But yeah,
Yes.
Lots to
That's
do.
some of my favorite content to watch. I love seeing room tours. Love them.
right. And I barely show off like my VHS. I've got a DVD dungeon over there. It's just like, yeah, a lot to show off that I barely do. So it should be fun.
Make that sucker like a half hour long.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be. It'll be like 2 hours long, Tim. It'll
Yes,
be like,
bring it.
if I'm gonna
Half an
do
hour,
it,
that's
I'm
nothing,
gonna
yeah.
do it. Yeah,
Bring it. I love that stuff.
All right. And Huck?
Yeah, come over to Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. You know, I just keep thinking though about Tony though. When he goes to do his big thing, the green screen's going to drop, and it's going to be like he's built Blockbuster behind him. That's all I can see coming. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I just did a really end of the year morning mug today. Derek, it's funny. I also just dropped a video and I called it was it Deck the Hall? Totally spelled the same way as you did. Dropped it just before we came on here. So I don't think no one's here has seen it because it was literally loading while we were doing it. So go check that out. Did a top 10 steelbooks. Everyone's getting their steelbook fix, so had to jump on that. And I don't know, squeeze in like 1 or 2 more before the end of the year. So I'm looking forward to just ending the year with a bang. That was a good one.
All right. And everybody's links are in the description below, audience. So definitely go ahead, show them some love, stop by their channel, watch all their great content. For my channel, you guys already know me, but if you missed the video today that was talking about Walmart and Steelbooks, and if you want to see my more in-depth thoughts on that, go ahead, check that out. And then, of course, we'll have a video a day come out. Next one will be movie numbers. And then next live stream Thursday night, same time, we're going to be talking about our movie goals we had for this year, wrapping that up and seeing if we accomplish those goals. So that's going to be a super fun stream. And yeah, that's it from me. And have a great night, everybody.
So long.
Yeah.
Thank you. Go buy